Hey Rabbit Trailers, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be drawing Loki and yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you about him is that I kind of gave him a broken nose. I don't know if you guys saw that right off the bat or if I'm just pointing that out. But I kind of figured that Loki would have a broken nose since he kind of gets into a lot of squabbles with a lot of people. And I had to give him a broken nose because I kind of figured that somebody had definitely gotten sick of him and punched him in the face. The other thing I wanted to point out is that his eyes, he is the only one going to have pupils in his eyes, actually. I kind of wanted to give him that snake-like look to him. I also wanted him to have very curly hair, and it's curly, wavy kind of type thing, and I wanted to work on that a little bit because I kind of wanted him to have a little bit of body to his hair. The other thing is that we are going to be going over the original story, in Norse mythology, of the Loki's bargain story. Now, I won't give too much away, but it does involve his mouth being stitched up. That's why you're seeing me drawing him with his mouth stitched up. I'm going over these drawings very briefly today, but in the future I will go and dive into some more stories about him because there's a lot to say about Loki, and I just love him as a character, just how much he has to offer in not only Norse mythology, but as far as my own life stories as well. And I know it's a little loud out here today, but I have literally no place to go as far as a quiet place to record. But I love his ram's horns. I kind of wanted to give him ram's horns instead of the horns that you see in the Marvel movie, because first of all, that's copying somebody else, and second of all, whenever I see drawings of Norse mythology frost giants, they always have these ram's horns, and I thought it would be kind of cool to give him these ram's horns. His outfit is inspired by lots of different things I've seen on Pinterest, lots of different outfits. A little bit of the Marvel inspiration is there for his character, and not only his character design, but I have had a lot of fun trying to design him myself, and a little help from my friends as well, because they have a couple of different expectations for the character. And here we are seeing Loki look a little more sick, and I can't explain that right now because that's part of the story later on, but I'm going to be doing a character drawing as well as explaining the characters series as well, because I thought that would be kind of fun for you guys to get to know the characters a little bit and a little bit of the designing that I do for them as a character designer and sometimes animator. If you guys want to see any animated stuff, let me know, because I love doing animation as well as illustration, and I would like to share some more of that with you guys if I can, if I get the time, if you guys want to see it. But yeah, I like to give him a leather jacket. I also like to have him have a snake's tongue as well, because I thought it would be kind of cool to have him be kind of more of a monster type character instead of a humanoid type character. Even though he is humanoid, I would like to have him be a little bit more monster type instead of just human. He has fangs, he has a tongue that's like a serpent's. I thought that would be kind of fun and kind of cool to work with, as well as his hair being curly around his horns. I thought that was kind of fun as well. Loki in the Marvel series has kind of given me some inspiration for Loki in my own series. Whenever I watch the Loki series, I just found myself really connecting to the character in a lot of different ways, as far as personality and backstory. And there's just so many different things that like I really liked about this character. And not only am I Norwegian, I just want to really pass on those stories of the Norse gods to my family in any way that I can, because I think it's just a really cool thing for our heritage as a family. I just thought that would be kind of cool. And for his costume, you can't see it yet, but I have a different color palette in mind for him. I just thought that the blue would go well, and red more like how his character design is in actual Norse mythology. He has more of a red color palette, as well as his hair is red, and I just really liked the connection to the serpents again. So I gave him a serpent's tongue and kind of mocking in the face of danger here. And just how in the original Norse mythology, it's supposed to be that in the end he's trapped like underneath this serpent, like with the acid dripping on his face, and his wife has to have the bowl to catch the acid, but every now and then she has to go outside and empty it, and then the acid ends up on his face. So I really wanted to incorporate the snake aspect in this story because I thought it was just a really cool detail to have incorporated in there. Like I said, I really like to incorporate as much of the Norse mythology as I possibly can. And the serpent's name is Fred. Now, you're probably wondering why such a simple name, and I don't know. I just picked it up off of the top of my head. I know that the world serpent has an actual name and is supposed to actually be one of Loki's children, but I thought it would be a good companion for his sister or cousin or whatever I choose to make Hel be. And you've seen Hel a little bit on my channel lately. She's been there for a little while now, and I thought it would be a really good idea to introduce you to her in her own video. And here you just see me draw the last picture here. I think this is going to be the last one for today because today has already had a long video of me explaining things. But I'm super excited to share with you guys some more things that's going to be happening around the channel as far as introducing the characters. And don't forget to read the comics that come with these guys. I spend a lot of time on them, and I just would really appreciate it if you give them a read. It's completely free and easy to use on Webtoon. You just subscribe, and then I get you an update every time that I have a new episode coming out. But thank you so much for watching Rabbit Trailers, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.